There is never going to be an end to school shootings until we actually protect the schools. You can guarantee there's going to be even more school shootings within the next 2 years. You can guarantee it. And that is the flaw of our system. What happened in Texas is a horrible, horrible tragedy. But when I think of things, I like to think of how could this be prevented and what plans can we put in place to guarantee that it doesn't happen. Well, here is the solution. There's only two. Solution number one, that's more practical. We need to arm every school with the same protection that we arm any place that America sees as important. A military base. Is there guards there that's armed? Has somebody ever randomly went and shot up a military base? Would that be suicidal for someone to do that? Well, we should guard our children with that same strength. Now, I'm not saying put hundreds of people in these schools, but these retired, and I'm former military, these retired military veterans, they should have an opportunity to still contribute to society. And that will be the perfect place to put them, is on guard at these schools. Now, I know a lot of y'all are thinking, well, we don't want the kids to, be scared. I mean, there's armed guards walking around. Kids need to be understanding of what this world is. And it is a world that is filled with imperfect humans that can't be trusted. So I feel like it will be good for the children to see that they are protected. And it'll be good for the adults who the system has forced that both parents, for the most part, have to work and hope that tragedy that happened in Texas, doesn't happen to their children while they're at work trying to provide for their family. I mean, you're working 12-hour shifts, guys, 8-hour shifts, and your kids go to school. And I know we don't like to look at the vulnerability of this, but there's nothing from stopping someone to doing. There's nothing in place that stops someone from doing what just happened in Texas at any school, pretty much. We can say the morality, oh man, he was just crazy. Guys, this is a constant thing. School shootings are a constant thing. We need to have, if we have to, cut down the amount of schools. But our schools need to be protected, 100% protected. At least to the point where if someone does something like this, we have quick reaction that can handle it soon as possible. I'm sick of these things happening, and on the back end, we're all just sad about it. But there's no real solution. See, I'm trying to give a solution. Cut down on the number of schools if possible. If the government really, it's too much money to get these guards. But ultimately, whatever amount of schools we have, they need to be protected to the teeth. All right? You can't just have one little off-duty cop who really is not motivated at all, trying to protect 600 students. We need to have real former military veterans at these schools, put them on the payroll, because your children are the future. See, when you look at it, the kids that were attacked and died, that's horrible. But imagine the minds of the children that witnessed it as well. I think that's worth the investment. We invest in everything else. We have money to invest in everything else. We definitely need to have guards at these schools that are capable of stopping a mass situation like we had in Texas. Currently, I would say over 90% of schools are unguarded. They're just hoping no one is crazy enough to pull off something like that. Now, solution number two, and it is the solution that, because I don't trust anything, and I don't think the people, as I feel like the people in office, as long as their children have a security detail, as long as the school that their children are going to is protected, I think they might care morally, but I don't think they're going to do what I'm saying, and that's give all children the protection that a president's daughter or a president's son would have. Give all children a security detail because they haven't even lived long enough to even mess up. They should have an equal opportunity to life. So this second solution is what I would do, and that's homeschool. Guys, with the situation with the virus that went around, I have seen the light. Homeschooling is a possibility for a lot more people that take advantage of it. Homeschooling, I know that your kid won't get the social skills that a person that goes to public school will get, but the way things are going, I wish there was some type of hybrid system where my kids could at least, maybe play sports at the school while being homeschooled. And I'm not sure if that's a option. But homeschooling, having a wife, and I know this sounds crazy because women want to go out and work so bad. But if you look at what happened in Texas, homeschooling is the safest route. I think a lot more parents, if they can afford it, should look into homeschooling because these schools aren't safe. These schools aren't safe. I want y'all to really think. Your local school, if somebody wanted to attack the school, I want you to tell me who's there to stop the attack. Think about it. The things they have in place. Everybody, kneel down and cover your head. Lock all the doors. Cut the lights off throughout the school. Code red, code red. Everybody get in the corner. Guys, these are horrible ways to protect yourself from the crazies that's out in the real world. Honestly, I think these schools use a lot of manipulation to make children think that there aren't crazies. But people, children and us, we need to understand there are crazies out here that we have to defend our children from. The monsters aren't under the bed. The monsters are out in society. Right? There is no boogeyman under the bed. The boogeyman can be next door to you. So I think we need to really look at this with a logical sense. Less schools, if possible, if we have to. Less schools, more protection for these schools. Preferably former military, and have them there and have them the green light to attack anybody who tries to come and attack these children. Right? I kind of don't even want to go towards having police officers because I feel like police officers aren't equipped for these situations. I don't look at them as properly equipped as former military veterans. I think police, if I'm not correct, a lot of schools have a somewhat police officer there. I'm gonna be honest, they're not getting the job done. We need former military veterans there. Let's say 5 to 10, and their job literally needs to be Protect these children. You can get them to do other things, right? You can get them to do, hey, a lot of these veterans will do, when I was in the military, we did a lot of cleaning, landscaping. You can get these veterans to do whatever you want. They just need to be armed and ready, just in case something like this happens. Now, anyway, that's my solution on school shootings, is to fight fire with fire. You can't have a school with like 600 children and an overweight 60-year-old police officer, at best with a lot of these schools, that's just walking around the school smiling. Hi, good morning. No, we need to have serious individuals ready to protect these schools, because these people out here have mental illnesses. They're completely out of their mind. They're out of touch with reality. And when the time comes that they try something like this, we need to be able to fight fire with fire, because all you have is 20 to 30 seconds to react to this. There is no calling 911 when somebody tries to do something like this. That happened in Texas. So anyway, that's my solution to it. This is the Coach Perney Podcast. Make sure you like the channel and subscribe. I'm on all current events trying to make the world a better place. And I'm going to get up out of here, man. Peace.